there's one topic that beginners really struggle with. And you think triggers, maybe some take integrations. No, those are more advanced topics. The topic number one that people struggle with are methods. And trust me, from 2 years of teaching, if you understand how methods work, but if you truly understand them, if you understand them to 100%, you're gonna understand immediately so much more. That's why we created this thing on the Learn Apex, where you can literally go and click through the methods, how they work. I think that the best way where people learn is usually using visualization. So I'm going to make myself a bit smaller. And here I want to show you how those methods work. Right? So here on the left, we have a class. And here on the right, we have the anonymous window. It can be anonymous window, or it can be anything the way you use this method. And by using, I mean, it can be other classes, other methods, maybe scripts like anonymous window, or maybe something else. It's not exactly the way you would use it in flows, for example, but in flow, you can also call a method. There will be a little bit different story. But anyway, so here we have a class person, and this person has class variables name and age. And the only thing that this method does is it prints out my name is, and then the name of the person. So here we create a new object of a person. So let's go one by one, line by line, and see what's going on there. So we have person, and the first line, person instance is created. Okay, good. Then the next line, the name, this name, is filled out with Alex. Then we have age, and then we're finally hitting the line where we are finally going into the method. And when I say going into the method, that's what happens as the next line. So see, you are actually going into the method. And the best way you can imagine it as method as a subflow, if you're familiar with the subflows. So method is literally a subflow that you go into it, and this is something for later. It can have some input parameters or some output parameters. About this later. In this case, we don't have any of that. We just go into the method. And you can see that this, while we are in the method, name is Alex and age is 36. So that's why when we go to the next line, we end up on this line, execute debug statement. And then at this time, my name is Alex is printed out of the console. If we had exactly the same thing, but with another person, like instead of Alex, we had John here, then that would be used for the name here. And then the execution is done. End of execution. And this type of things we have literally for every topic that is important, like return statements, for example. Here we have a couple. Then we have later there for arguments. We also have some like here, for example. We have also for constructors. So if you're really serious about learning Salesforce development, go to Learn Apex, join the course, and understand finally methods, because this is one of the most important topics. All right? See you.